Hi, my name's Nick Jarvis, and welcome to Light Minds. Light Minds is a program that the aim of which is to help people get into great shape, lose weight, and generally improve their health and well-being by lightening the load, making it easier to achieve your goals, take away the struggle, if you like. And in this short video series, I'm just introducing people more to the principles so they have a better understanding of the program. You can see more details on the specifics of the program on the website lightminds.life. But here I'm just going over some of them very, very simply, basically. And this one today, I just want to go into a bit more detail in the conflict that takes place most of the time in our minds, and just to explain what's behind that. Now, this conflict leads to what some people call contaminated thinking, revved up thinking. It's just generally confused, and it's thinking. I use this snow globe as a way of looking at it. When your mind is like that, and you come to make decisions from moment to moment, it can obviously be very challenging. And this is the thing that gets in the way of many people achieving success in their goals, because their thinking is confused, and sometimes they're paralyzed. They won't act, but they'll often just do something very simply, quickly. They won't do it from a place of clarity. You make better decisions when you're coming from clarity. So I want to just explain to you a bit more about why that happens, and to show you, what we do in terms of helping you overcome that. So I'm just going to share my screen now for you. And the title in itself starts explaining it, because I call it the emotional seesaw. And this is a coaching tool I used to use with clients of mine when they got stuck. And I just wanted to show them why they were getting stuck and where the conflict was arising. And I'm just going to briefly take you through this and show you as well. So if you can see this, there's a matrix, and you might want to draw this out for yourself, because you can fill this in as well. So what it shows is that when we set out to achieve a goal, and in this case, weight loss, on the left-hand side, there's some things that we want to have and some things we don't want to have. And at the top there's some things that we want to gain and some things we want to lose. So what do? Well, we fill in the matrix. So I would say to a customer, could be you, for example, say, okay, if you were to lose weight, what do you want that you hope to gain? That would be that top left-hand matrix. So you might say, become more attractive, have a relationship, confidence. You can put whatever you like in there. They're just merely examples. So they're things that somebody wants to move towards. Pretty obvious, pretty straightforward. But sometimes these are explained by answers that are put in the bottom right-hand quadrant. So quite a lot of people, particularly in the area of weight loss, and I've been doing this for many, many, many years, they talk about the things that they want to get rid of, the things that they don't want, they want to lose. So, for example, fatigue or tiredness, feelings of being miserable, complaints from their partner, those kind of things. So people put in there what they want to get rid of. So in the top left-hand corner, you're either moving towards something, but in the bottom right-hand corner, you're going in the same direction. You just happen to be moving away from what you don't want to have. And these are the things that people will predominantly tell you, if you're a coach, for example, that is the reasons they want to actually achieve a goal, in this case, getting into better shape. Now, what happens initially is most people are highly motivated to put into action willpower. I'm going to make this happen, going for it. Now, at some point, they're going to come against some obstacles. It's going to slow down. And it often gets to the point, if you try to lose weight before, where they get stuck and then they give up. Now, this is because of these two other boxes. You see, human nature is we're always doing things for a reason that's positive. Might sound a bit weird, but it is when you look at it. So where we are today, so say, for example, if I was somebody that's overweight, I would have been doing things for positive reasons that have turned, and now they've become habits. So underneath the surface all the time are some things that actually could be stopping me, could be pulling me back. So think about this. So let's go to the top right-hand corner. So let's say by achieving my goal of losing weight, what happens is I lose some things that I want to have. So for example, I might say, well, it's going to be really expensive, so I'm going to lose money because I've got to go to the gym. The only way of losing weight is going to the gym, and therefore it's going to cost me. You might say, socializing, I won't be able to go out with my friends anymore because, I won't be able to drink alcohol or eat what I want. Or it might just be, I can't eat nice foods, yummy foods that I really want to eat. Now, you see, if you're concerned about money and you're concerned about socializing and you're concerned about eating certain things, underneath the surface, as much as you want to lose weight, you're going to be in this internal conflict. Yes, but what about this bottom left-hand corner? What are the things that you might gain that you don't want to have? Well, I'd have to be really disciplined. And I don't like being disciplined. I want a bit free for all. I want to just be able to do things instinctively in the moment. So that could be a real challenge for you. What about if I achieved the weight loss, I would have to maintain the expectations of other people? That's a real pain. And I don't want that. What about attention? Just as you're going through the process, just as you're changing, people say to you, oh, what are you doing, et cetera, et cetera. But also unwanted attention from people. Things that all of these things could hold you back because underneath the surface, they're in your system, they're in your psyche. So what happens is you create, or you could combine those, and you could create two lists. Some are your benefits, but some of your concerns. And can you see why it's a seesaw? Because some things will help you move, but some things will pull you down. And you're continually doing this. This is part of the yo-yo, and we're not aware of these things. But the most important thing about this, it contaminates our thinking. That's what we're doing. We're continually confused, hence this occurring. Okay. That's what's going on. But, if I do this, but, if I do that, but. Here's the big question. Are any of these true? Or are they just thoughts that in the moment we're thinking, which are causing us to have this confusion? They don't actually have to drive our behaviors, but they do, because we focus on them and we end up confused. And when we're confused, we don't make good decisions. Let's look at it in a slightly different way. This is another matrix. Now, on the bottom line, I've gone, if you're overweight, you could, say you're unhappy, left-hand side. If you get into great shape, you could be happy. So you could go in the top right-hand matrix. Now, here's the thing. Is somebody who's in great shape always happy? In other words, does great shape cause you to be happy? All the time? Maybe not. Are there times when you're in great shape and you're unhappy? Yeah. So there's not a direct equation between being in great shape and being happy. There's also not a direct equation between overweight and being unhappy. But sometimes we think there is, and that causes us to be in conflict. Look at it another way. What about if I'm fit and healthy, I'll be content? Top right-hand corner. But when you're fit, might there be times when you're frustrated with things? When you're unfit, are you always frustrated? Or might you be content at sometimes? You see, it's not black or white. These things don't cause the other thing to happen. But in our mind, we often actually play it through like they do. And we get frustrated when we can't, it doesn't work that way, because it never really does. You see, fit people aren't always contented. There's not a direct cause and effect. All we're doing is leading to contaminated thinking in our head. And that's the thing that challenges us. So we live in states of conflict in our head. Now, Light Minds is about helping relieving those. But what we tend to do is go to the world, yeah, I'm fine, I'm great, but I'm not really great. I'm in conflict. And I put on the mask that say, oh, it's all right, folks. Yeah. but actually inside I'm not feeling good. I just don't understand why I'm not. What Light Minds is about is helping you to see through that. I've shown this in other videos. Success or results or performance, whatever you want to put in there, equals your capacity, capabilities, your potential, minus interference. What's the interference, folks? Contaminated thinking. The thinking that's going on in your head, getting in your way, making it difficult for you to decide what to do, what's best for you. If you can remove the interference, you can make better decisions. Make better decisions, you act differently. You create a different result. So as that thinking settles down, things become lighter for you. And that's really what we're trying to do with the Light Minds program. Help things become lighter for you. And you'll see more details about the 30 days, what's in the 30 days, what we're doing with that on the website. So I know that I'm only touching on these things briefly, and I go into much more detail in the program. I just want you to get a bit of an insight into the kind of principles behind the program and why it's probably very different from anything you've seen before in terms of losing weight and getting into great shape. Hope you found that useful. Thanks very much.